loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cryptcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Brian.
And we're coming to you from inside the Comic Crypt in Eatontown, New Jersey, with a very depressing book.
Uplifting. Uplifting and you know, capturing the spirit of humanity.
And humanity's trash. Just a hot garbage fire. So we're going to be going over Cormac McCarthy.
Someone's glum. Cormac
McCarthy's The Road, adapted by Manu Larcenet.
Yeah, Old Brick Road. You're going to ease on down the road.
It's not anything like that.
It's on the other side of the rainbow.
There's no rainbows in this world. The ash is covering everything.
It makes mud.
Mm-hmm. So this is the first graphic novel or comic adaptation of The Road ever. It was published by Abram's Books in 2024. We actually just received it a couple months ago, right? 2025?
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah, you and I both got copies. Just like, hey, I saw it. I was like, oh, Road, cool. I'll see what that looks like. I think you followed me on it.
I did.
Yeah.
I read the description and I thought it was not this.
But this was actually approved by Cormac McCarthy a little before his death in 2023. And there's actually a little letter that was written to him asking permission to illustrate this, which is pretty cool. The novel was originally published in September 2006, and it was later adapted into a movie in 2009. There are differences between all of them. I think this is closer to the book than the movie, but this also is kind of like the book light version.
Very light. Because I dreaded reading this by your description.
Yeah.
And then did not have as dark of a take on it.
I don't see how this isn't dark to you.
Focus on the kid.
It's still super fucked.
It's about clinging on to being a good person.
Right. But the world is awful.
The world's awful now.
Yeah. Not this awful, but yeah.
What's the difference?
The cannibalism?
You think people don't eat people somewhere in this world?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Fuck you. Anyway. So, it's not gonna be very long because the art.
It's not dialogue heavy.
Yeah,
it is. It's a lot of powerful imagery.
The art does the heavy lifting. Like if you pull almost any individual panel out of here, that's a good picture. That's a good picture. That doesn't necessarily apply to everything, but like a lot of it. It's so much about the art, and it's all like it's not black and white. It's like gray and sepia tone. The tone changes through the book depending on what's going on in the story. Mm-hmm. You could see it go from like we start with just like grays, and then we get more sepia. We get a little warmer as the book goes on.
Yeah.
When something particularly horrific happens, it goes red.
Right. Yep.
There's a lot of that, so we can't like go crazy because it is mostly the art, and it is very moving. But the gist is a man and a boy, unnamed the whole time, other than the boy calling the man Papa, are traveling around a broken, blasted, burned remains of the world. Specifically the U.S., because they're traveling on the road. They're traveling highways to get around. They're headed south.
To me, I was getting East Coast vibes.
Yes, they're definitely on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where they're coming from, but they're trying to get south because it's getting cold.
Yeah, well, for warmer weather.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, warmer climates.
Yep. They're skinny. They're dirty. They're starving. Travel around with a shopping cart full of all their supplies. They set up tents.
Like the first like 7 panels are just clouds of smoke and ash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we see them traveling. We see them setting up tent, breaking tent, traveling some more, just going along just their bleak existence.
Panels and panels of ruins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of remains of the world. Everything's like burned and twisted. There's never any explanation for what happened.
Right, yeah, no doomsday, no this bomb or this country or anything like that. It just happened.
It's the same thing in the book, same thing in the movie. I don't remember the movie as well as I remember the book. They never give an explanation in the book. You never get names. You never know why. For me, because everything's dead, I'm thinking nuclear. but I don't know.
Right, yeah.
You know, like, the sky's overcast and filled with ash. There's no sunlight. All the animals are dead.
Yeah, there's no wildlife.
There's no plants growing. All the food that they have to scavenge is food from, like, before whatever the event was, so they have to find canned goods or whatever. You can't just, like, eat wherever you find growing on the side of the road because nothing's growing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming nuclear, but they never give an actual reason. But we do find out that the man has a cough that continuously gets worse through the book.
Yeah, at one point he's coughing up blood.
Yeah, it just keeps upsetting. It took me a while to realize because the coughing is just it's a word bubble with an H in it, which took me a second to realize that was coughing.
Right. Because sometimes the coughing's worse.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's just a little H's everywhere, you're like, what the hell is that?
Right, like the first time you see it, it looks like he's just kind of winded going,
That's what I thought. I thought he was panting.
Yeah, and then you realize that over time, it's like, oh no, he's coughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the panels, like the vastness, like, you know, they're two tiny silhouettes on a freeway, two tiny silhouettes on a bridge, like the amount of distance that they're traveling on foot just seems horrendous.
I have a thing later because they mentioned how long it's going to take them to go a particular amount of distance. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then I looked up average walking speed for a human and how much they would cover in a day, and I'm like, what? So we'll do that a little later. But where am I? Did I fuck up my thing here? Oh no. Okay, we're good.
They're doing things like getting off the main roads and going into the forest at night so other survivors don't find them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. A big theme in the book is good guys and bad guys, and as far as the man's concerned, there are only bad guys. Him and his boy are the only good guys.
Right.
Yeah. He's super wary of everybody. I mean, as he should be. Like, absolutely.
I thought it was interesting that when it started to rain, that, like, it wasn't a good thing. Because they're like, oh, there's so much ash that it's going to mix with the ash and make mud, and then it's harder to travel.
And you can't even catch the rainwater because there's ash in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, there's nothing good. There's good things in... Like, I refer to them as moments of joy in the book, and they're few and far between. But they are in here. So they stop, and the man says no fire because they could attract attention. But he allows the boy to light a lantern for the night, which is like a small comfort. Which is like, if that's your life,
yeah, we're on night light.
Being able to light a lantern for a little bit at night, you're in a bad way. They end up finding an old gas station.
Do you think the Ohio blue tip matches? Like, do you think that's like a sign or a tip that they're from Ohio?
It's a possibility. I think you could take it that way. Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, because like I had my own concept of like where they were just from the artwork. Like, it looked like they had like, you know, like City Bridge, and it was one panel of like the river with the city on each side. Kind of reminded me of the Hudson. So I was like, oh yeah, they're coming from like New York down to like Florida. You know, but
for me, like,
the matches made me question that.
Sure, I mean that could absolute possibility, but for me, because they were heading south and they were hitting the coast, in my head they were like Virginia or further south. You know what I mean? Like maybe in the Carolinas or Georgia or something like that. You know, like in that area in my head. But it's so hard to fucking tell in this.
Right.
Everything is destroyed.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering what your take was.
But they end up finding a gas station, and they manage to scavenge some gas out of some old cans, right? Again, this whole place is wrecked. They're looking for food. They don't find anything. But I'm bringing this up specifically because as they're scavenging around, the man picks up a phone off the wall and puts it to his ear, and the boy just goes, "What are you doing?"
Just having hope.
And the man just looks at it, takes it away from his ear. It's just like, why?
Yeah, like why?
Why? Yeah, you know, nothing's gonna happen. Is it like a comfort just to like have a phone there, or like?
I think in this scenario, if I saw a phone, I would check it every time.
Just to see?
For like the first year or so, yeah.
But we're way past the first year because this kid's what, like 8?
True.
you know, like because he's a boy.
Yeah, but we're only like 12 pages in, so it's hard to get that vibe. I mean, looking at the guy's beard, like sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just look at the way like they're so thin, and look at the way they're living.
Yeah, yeah.
But the context is the kid was born after whatever happened.
Right.
So they've been doing it. His whole life has been this.
Right. Yeah, which is oof.
Yeah. So yeah, he tries the phone, and then there's some dialogue here I want to read. Yeah, they're at camp. They're laying next to each other. The boy starts, "Can I ask you something?" "Yeah, of course. Are we going to die?" "At some point, but not now." "And we're still going south?" "Yes." "So it'll be warm?" "Yes." "And also, what would you do if I died?" "If you died, I would want to die too." "So you be with me?" "Yes."
Yeah.
And that kind of they kind of have this. It's not the same conversation, but like they go over this kind of thing over and over again.
I think the kid is sly to the hypocrisy. I think the kid is sly to the, if I die, you die. And it doesn't matter if you die, I have to keep living. Like, why do I have to keep living and you have to, you know? And I think the hypocrisy comes up again later on when they're sharing the chocolate drink, and the father puts it all in the kid's cup, and he doesn't put any in his cup, and he's like, "You said you wouldn't do that anymore."
Right, but he has like a sense of fairness where he doesn't want his father to give up.
Right, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the father's like, at some point I'm going to die, and you have to keep going. Mm-hmm. But if you die, I can't keep going. Mm-hmm. I think the kid's like sly to that, where it's like, no, we have to both keep going.
Yeah, but there's also the moment later on where he says, like, "I want to be with my mom. I want to die." And he said, "You can never say that."
Right.
You know, like...
Right. Yeah. I think the kid's well aware of how rough the existence is.
100%.
Like, this is
How
not
could you
worth
not
it.
be? Right. But, like, the man's very much, like, we have to survive no matter what. Like, no matter what, we have to keep going. Like, so we're going to skip around a lot, because all the intervening periods are just traveling through, the wasteland.
Yeah, and you know, minimal dialogue.
Mm-hmm. I have, like, highlighted, like, important things that come up, but we see him have a coughing fit in an ash storm, and we see blood for the first time.
Yep. Right, that's accompanied by a nosebleed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird, because I thought it was blood coming out of his...
I think it does later. I think he
coughs it up. It's just... Yeah. But they stop in camp again, and they have a little conversation, you know, because the boy's cold, and they snuggle up real tight together and get the tarp over them. And then, like, specifically the next page. Like this, like, just out of nowhere, like, he just kind of struck with his thought or something, and then, like, he's staring down into the sun, and he's just gripping him super, super tight. It's just like the image of it's just, like, unsettling. Because he's not doing it in, like, a threatening way. Like, it just seems like he's hit with, like, the heaviness of something.
Yeah, the heaviness of their reality.
Yeah, I guess it's like, you know, he has to care for this kid, or the kid might die, like, whatever it is. It's just, something's hitting them hard. They head into a town.
That's the first time you see the gun.
And, yeah, you find out that he has a 38, a little snub dose 38. And this thing is ever present in the book from this point on.
Yeah, right.
It's a big thing.
These are some of my favorites.
Yeah, I like this too, because it comes up later too, where it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, let those things stay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a rotting corpse they're passing, and the boy's looking at it, and you get like shots of this thing from various angles, and like you get up close, like in profile of it, and the man goes, you know, come, like get away from it, and he says, just remember that the things you put in your head are there forever. And the boy says, you forget some things, don't you? And the man says, yes, you forget what you want to remember, and you remember what you want to forget. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Then we see, after another rotted corpse, this is the first moment of joy. They're riding down a hill together on the cart.
On the shopping cart?
Yeah, like the boy's on top, the man's standing on the back, and like the kid's smiling and laughing, hands up in the air. Like, they smile like 3-4 times in this book. I think this is the biggest one.
Yeah, this is the biggest.
Like, you can see this kid is laughing, having a good time.
And then more rain.
Yeah. They find a barn, and inside, 3 women have been hanged. And they didn't do it themselves. because their hands are tied behind their back. And the boy's like, hey, something could be here. Like, there could be corn or whatever. Like, he wants to search the place because he's kind of used to this sort of thing. And the dad's like, no, we're going. Like, some of the decision making is weird because sometimes the dad's like willing to like take risks when shit like this is around, and sometimes he's like, I don't want to expose him to this. Yeah. I don't know what the barometer for that is, but
hard to gauge with like the artwork. It's like yes, they're three women. Are they young? Like,
I don't think it matters. I think it's just the fact that they're there.
Yeah.
But like they pass corpses constantly. Like I think the drive for food would overwhelm that.
Yeah. Right. Like, you're so hell-bent on survival.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you would have taken a couple of bullets and put it in you and the kid.
Right. But that's also the crux of the story, where, like, he has this gun. There's only 2 bullets in it. And they're not for protection. They are for them.
Yeah, they are for them.
Yeah. Which, like, you scavenge all this food and stuff, you're telling me you never found any bullets? Ever?
I guess not.
In, let's say, 8 or so years?
I mean, you have to go specifically finding those things, right?
I mean, just scavenging around. If you're going through like remains of houses and stuff, you think. Anyway, they hit a grocery store. They find a can of pork and beans, which is a big deal because they get some food.
I think it's fun. I had to laugh because I'm a jerk off. But there's the poster that says Beachbody ready. I said they're all Beachbody ready. They don't fucking eat.
They're very thin.
Yes, they're the thinnest bodies.
There's not even beaches left anymore. Let alone bodies. The man spots a soda in an old soda machine, and he smacks it out of there and gets his son a treat. This kid's never had a soda before. And he drinks it, and he goes like, you have some, Papa. And he's like, I want you to drink it, and I want you to remember the taste well. And the boy has a realization, it's like, I won't ever drink it again, will I? It's like, this will be the one and only soda he will ever have. Which
is so sad, up until they find a bunker that has a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but that's like the big one, right? That's like the once in a lifetime, that's never going to happen again situation.
Yeah, that's the hope for like the whole book.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, hopefully you can find a place like that.
Right, but even then, like, they can't stay there because it's too dangerous.
Right. But ultimately, you would think like that's the end goal, a place like that.
You would think, but they they were coming up to a town at one point, and I forget exactly where it was, but he mentions that the kid's like, I'm scared, Papa, I don't want to. And he's like, we have to. It's like, there could be bad guys, or it could be a commune. So there's obviously communities that have popped up. I'm curious why he hasn't stuck around in a community.
Stayed
right.
If they've come across one.
Sure. I mean, I guess it would be harder. You're at the whim of other people. That sort of thing. If something goes wrong, you're there. I'm sure there's lots to weigh against it, but
yeah, until they like reveal the secret rule that one of you new people is now food.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Mm-hmm. We've seen the movies.
Yeah,
like
we have a 1 in, 1 out policy. Yeah. 1 new person in, and 1 person becomes food. A lot of cannibalism in this story. Like, the main source of food for people are scavenging and eating other people.
Yes.
Yeah. They're eating again, and they're eating their pork and beans.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid brings up, it's been a long time since we last saw fires on the ridges. And the man says, maybe the sects have finally killed each other off. So I guess there was warring groups of
different
people.
Factions,
yeah. And the boy says, do you remember the screams? And the man just goes, mm-hmm. And then more corpses and blasted out city. And then we get a third moment of happiness in a very short period of time. They find a waterfall, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, have themselves a swim.
This is why I think they're down south somewhere.
Okay.
And because there's lots of waterfalls in the Virginia area.
Fair.
That I've seen anyway. I don't know about the other places around there. But they strip down, and they're, like, emaciated. Like, it's skin and bones.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
It's the only. It's like when people are like unclothed, it's the most disturbing the art is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much. It's like you're seeing like footage of Holocaust survivors, like if they're coming out of the camps.
Mm-hmm.
It is just skin stretched over bones. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
But they go swimming in this waterfall, and they're having a good time. They're enjoying themselves, getting clean too, which is good. They bathe a good amount.
Yeah.
Which is nice when they could find the water to do it. The boy wants to stay, but the man says it's not safe because they could attract other people.
Yeah,
they won't be able to hear anything.
Yep.
They have to keep moving. Then we come up to the cocoa scene, like you said. the dad tries to give all the cocoa to the boy, and the boy's like, no, you said you wouldn't do that. Like, you said, kind of like forgoing his own enjoyment to make sure the kids has stuff, but the boy's realizing, like, no, we need to be equal in this.
Yeah, the kid's holding the dad accountable for a large part of the book, because he says, you promised me you wouldn't do that. And he says, if you break the small promises, you'll break the big ones. Mm-hmm. That's what you said.
Right.
You know, so.
Like you said, holding him accountable to his actions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, and like, you know, these are things that his father said to him that he's clapping back at him with.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
So.
Yeah. I will say, like, I don't think... So the man in the story is quote unquote a good guy, but he's not. He's been broken.
He's doing whatever it takes to keep that kid alive. He's on autopilot, and that's his only goal.
It's survival. He's been like tainted by the world. We see it later on.
Yeah.
When he gets angry and does something to somebody.
And desperate. Yeah. But
right.
The kid is keeping him in check.
It keeps him in range. But like, but he did a good job making this kid like that.
Yeah.
He somehow didn't manage to pass on all his insecurities and his fear.
No, he raised this kid good in the darkest of times.
Yeah.
And a kid that's going to like be brave enough to speak up to a parent and hold them accountable and be like you said, we're the good guys.
Right.
Good guys wouldn't do this.
Right. And a moment like
that's why I walked away with a completely different take on this book. You were telling me so like how dark it is, and it's like I get it. I've seen zombie shit. I've cannibals in these kinds of scenarios.
Right.
I said this kid is the shining star of this book.
But that's it. But like it's the kid, and we'll go over like I'll bring up differences with the book as I remember them because I didn't like make notes about it or anything. I'm just like this happened different. They cut this out kind of thing. But the point being like he wanted to protect the kid from. Like, hey, don't let that get in your head. You know, we're not going to search this area with these hanging women here.
Right.
This moment here, where they find the overturned box truck on the on the highway, they're like, hey, you know, it's overturned the cab shop, but there might be something back. It's still locked. So he climbs over the top, and he cracks open the back. He's like, oh, it smells bad. And he looks in, and it's just full of corpses. Yeah,
and you know, and he's willing to take that risk, even though the back end of the truck's hanging off a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the meaning, like. He's like, hey, Dad, I'm going to come help. Like, no. He's like, no, it's empty. Don't worry about it. Like, He's trying to spare him seeing things that he shouldn't see.
Sure. I mean, the kid's going to see enough as it is as they travel. Mm-hmm. Why go, hey, you want to take a look at this? Come look back here. Mm-hmm. Look at the pile of corpses.
Right. Yeah, I think this is the first time we see him cough up blood, too, here. On the rag there.
On the rag?
Yeah. So, like, there's big fires happening somewhere, and there's more clouds of ash getting kicked up. It's aggravating his cough. Shortly after that, they come across some footprints.
And this is brilliant, you know, because the kid, being a kid, who is it? You know, that's like, who is anybody? You know, like, we don't fucking know anyone. Who is anyone? Like, they're all no one. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, it doesn't matter who they are.
Like, so, like I said, it's just, the book is shuffling you from one, like, set piece to another, right? Like, it's something happens, we get a bunch of panels of travel and time passing and horrific destruction and dead people, and then we get another thing, and then the same thing, and then another thing. This whole interaction right here is the first time you kind of see, like, oh no, the dad's kind of callous to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, another living human, and he's like,
they're no one.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's no one.
Well, no, not even that. I mean, like...
when they catch up to the guy.
Right, so they see footprints on the road, and they're like, okay, we'll follow, we'll go slow, and we'll see what's going on. And eventually they catch up, and this guy's just stumbling along down the road, and he's all kinds of fucked up looking. I mean, everyone in this book is. Yeah,
but you can tell he's particularly on death's door.
Right, and the kid asks what happened to him, and he goes, the man goes, I don't know, it looks like he got struck by lightning. And the boy wants to help him. And the dad's like, no. And he goes, but Papa. And that happens a lot. But Papa.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, stop that.
I love it when they call me but Papa.
The dad goes like, we have no way to help him. I am sorry for what happened to him, but we can't change anything. You know that. Like, he constantly reprimands the kid for trying to help people. And the kid's crying.
Yeah.
That he can't help another person.
He has empathy.
Mm-hmm. And that is gone. Like I said, this is the first time you really see the man be callous towards another person. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's paranoid for good reason, but he's callous towards other living people.
None of it's unjust.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the most dialogue in the book.
Oh, the letter?
The letter.
We're going to read the letter. So they're camping, and he pulls out a photo of a woman holding a baby, and we find out that's his wife and the boy when he was a baby, and a letter. And the letter says, "You can't protect us. I should have done it when there were still 3 bullets left in the gun instead of 2. You know I would. It's the right thing to do. Sooner or later they'll catch us, rape us, kill and eat us. And you don't want to see the truth. You think we are survivors, but we were already dead. The night he was born, it tore my heart out. So don't ask me for sympathy. You don't want..." This is so hard to read.
Yeah.
"You don't want to do it. Don't do it. Maybe you can handle it. I doubt it. But who knows? I'm going." So she had that real defeatist attitude.
Yeah, she wanted to off all 3 of them.
Yeah. He wanted him to kill her, the kid, and then himself.
Yeah. Someone said she just offed herself.
Which I think, like, in the book, I think she, like, he kind of goes a little more in depth. I think she just, like, walks away in the night.
Okay.
Like, and like, never comes back.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. I don't remember how she killed herself.
Well, they went. Well, she mentioned 3 bullets, and now they're down to 2. So I just assumed she killed herself.
No, because it's the bullet's gone before here. Like she wrote the letter after that happened, I believe.
Oh, she wished that she had done it when there was 3 bullets instead of
So
2.
now
she was leaving the 2 for them.
So I think it was spent on something else, and she's mad that he should have just killed them all while they had the chance. He reads it and he tears it up. Why we carry it along with him that
this
long?
far and then
Right.
tear it up? Yeah, I thought that was weird myself.
The boy ends up asking if there's going to be children in the South, and the boy says, "Yeah, why not?" Just kind of give him a little bit of hope, I guess. And in the morning, the boy sneaks off on his own, and he finds some people. He wakes up the man, and he grabs his gun to check it out. And he's like, stay here, stay away from other people. And we get our first look at a group of people. Like, there's like dozens of them, and they have a truck.
And they are not friendly, good people.
No, they're not friendly. These are the bad guys.
They have guns and baseball bats with nails sticking out of them.
Yeah, they got spears and shit. One guy has a bone club, which, don't fuck with a dude with a bone club.
Yeah, because where did he get that from?
A leg of a person he ate.
Yeah.
So they're riding this truck, and they go run and hide. But unfortunately for them, one of them comes down into the woods to piss. It's not really well illustrated in the art. You can...
Yeah, I kind of like, why? Why did he go down into the woods to piss? You're in a post-apocalyptic garbage nightmare. You're traveling with cannibals. You've seen people eat people's assholes. Like, why? You can't pull your dick out and piss in front of somebody?
I don't know if it's a piss. He might go shit. I don't know. Typically want to shit away from...
I don't give a shit, man. Well, they've seen the most horrendous stuff in the world.
From what I remember, in the book, he goes into the woods to relieve himself.
Sure. But you're going to be so modest that you can't do it in front of the rest of the party? That's weird.
Well, if they see your ass, they might want to eat it.
I guess so.
Jones has got some chunk on there. He's been eating good. Let's go eat him. The man ends up grabbing him, points the gun, and tries to get information out of him. Who are you? What are you eating? How much gas do you have?
Who are you eating?
Well, when he says, what are you eating? He says, whatever we can find. He wants to take him up the road and turn him loose, but the guy's like, no, I'm not going anywhere, which is like a good move. Never go anywhere with anybody.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm going to take you up the road and let you go. And he's like, no, you're going to fucking kill me. That guy ends up pulling a knife, grabbing the boy, and the man shoots him through the face, covering the boy in blood and alerting everyone on the road that someone's there. So now they have to haul ass. They run and run and run. I want to know how the fuck they got on top of this rickety-ass water tower.
No ladder?
There's a ladder, but look at this thing. It looks like it's barely hanging on.
Yeah.
I would not go up there.
I wouldn't go up there just if I was being hunted by people, because I'd have nowhere to go. Like, it's just bad strategy.
Yeah. Also because they lit a fire.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to climb to the highest point of view and then light a lantern.
They say that they... here we go. They say we have to go back for the cart. They've lit a big fire. They're going to camp on the road. But they absolutely have to get the cart back, so the man's going to go look tomorrow morning. And this is where the boy says, I wish I was with my mom. And he goes, you wish you mean you were dead? Yes. You mustn't say that. I'll say it anyway. I can't help it.
You're the one who shot brains all over my face. I wish I was dead.
But The man goes back for the cart, and he leaves the gun with the boy. And at this point, they don't talk about it. We talk about it later. But he tells them how to use it. And when he says how to use it, it means you kill yourself if someone's coming after you.
Nothing like teaching your boy how to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm. He gets back to the road. He finds the remains of the big fire. It's like melted asphalt, all the stuff. But in the asphalt is the remains of the guy that he killed.
Well, he was dead anyway.
Yeah, they let him go to waste,
right?
So they ate him.
Waste not, want not.
They cooked and ate their friend. Or...
Friend? That's a loose term.
Compatriot. Fellow person.
They gutted him like a master. He finds the innards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did it right.
But they also found their cart and they looted it.
Well, again, they're not wasteful.
No, you take everything. And then they go over, like, who the bad guys are, who the good guys are. And the guy goes, yeah, look, whoever touches you, I kill. They're the bad guys. We're the good guys. And the boy goes, are we still the good guys? The man says, yes, and we always will be.
Interesting perspective.
Well, you got to keep up the illusion, right?
Sure.
They find another town. There are people there. This is what I was talking about before. There's, like, communes or whatever. But they have to risk it so they can eat. They have to find something to eat. They find some raisins. And they hear a dog. And the boy asks, we're not going to kill it, are we? And the man goes, no, we're not going to kill it. Which, I mean, find a dog. Eat it.
Yeah, but that always seems to be a deal breaker for people.
Eating a dog?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are eating humans at this point.
I know, but, like, dogs are more likable than humans. Humans
Most of the
suck.
time. Like, he makes the boy says, like, he can help us find food. It's like, yeah, but then you have to feed it.
Yeah.
It's another mouth to feed. They're sleeping in a car. The boy ends up seeing another boy standing in the distance somewhere. And the kid, like, takes off when they make eye contact. And then the boy gets out and runs after. He says, come back, hey, come back. I won't hurt. And the man grabs him
Papa.
and screams in his face. Like, what are you doing? And he's telling him there's a little boy. And the man doesn't believe him at all.
Yeah, that I don't get.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why would the kid lie?
Yeah. And he's crying. He's like, but I just want to see him. And it's the whole thing. Then the man ends up apologizing to him.
Yeah, but there's the whole, he's like, do you want to die? Is that what you want? It's like, I don't care. Like, at this point, the kid wants to die.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck this shit.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. It's like, I can't have the dog. I can't go talk to the other kid. You're not riveting conversation.
Right. Uh-huh. So they end up leaving, but the boy says that he would want to take the dog and take care of him. And he would want to take the boy and take care of him. He said, I'd even give that little boy half of my food. And the man goes, no, we can't. They see a tunnel, and it's full of, like, weird voodoo shit. Like, it's decorated with heads and toys. They're all strung up. I think this is probably the creepiest vibe in the whole book.
Yeah, because there's little toys and homemade dolls and shit.
Like, shoved inside, like, heads and things. It's like the fucking weird Homer thing is...
Yeah, it's clearly Homer Simpson, right?
Yeah, and there's, like, a little axolotl, and there's a minion, like...
And there's three little severed heads with a tiny little bunny with a carrot on top.
Mm-hmm. And two children's hands holding a pacifier.
But still, all this shit, like, the kid, like, wants to save the dog, wants to save the little kid, wants to help anyone he meets.
Well, yes.
Like, this kid was born to be a hero.
He doesn't see this. The dad doesn't let him see this.
Right. This is too horrific.
Mm-hmm.
But, then again, if the kid saw this, the kid would probably be like, look, toys, I want to play with that shit. Like, listen, I know there's some gross stuff on it, but...
We get a scene of the boy sleeping, and the man looking at his gun, looking at the one bullet in the revolver, and you can tell he's thinking about killing his son, because he's looking over at his son and at the gun. Like, he's thinking about it.
I don't understand why, though.
Every day could be the day that you get killed and eaten.
I understand, but given the comparison, like, all right, you got to look at your kid at this point and be like, all right, you're so naive. You want to, like, run off and help strangers that you see and animals that you see. Like, you're not adept to live in this world. Or maybe he is. Clearly, like they've stated, there are communes. This kid could go be a contributing part of some group that like wants to help people, do outreach. He's the shitbag. Like she's the one who.
Yeah, but like we said before, we don't know what those communes do. Where are they getting their food?
Also, what purpose does he have without his kid?
His whole purpose is to keep his kid alive.
Right. So he uses the one bullet on his kid, and then what?
And then he slowly dies.
Right. Well, like, there's no like.
Yeah, but you're sparing the kid a possibly horrific death.
Do better. Do better. Find a place where you could leave your kid.
In this world, it's impossible. They haven't done it in 8 or so years.
Well, not if you avoid every fucking compound of people.
Yeah, but when, like, 9 times out of 10, those people are going to want to skin and eat you.
Is it 9 times out of 10? We haven't even seen 10 interactions of people here.
That's fair.
Like, like you're seeing people and going, no. Why would you assume your kid was lying about seeing another kid?
It's probably
if you took him on faith and researched that, and there's a kid, someone's caring for that kid.
Sure, but it's probably denial because he doesn't want to interact with other people because of the risk.
I'm just saying, a little more scouting and
yeah, but like, how much of that do you take into like how much risk do you take?
At the point you're fucking debating putting a bullet in your son's head, anything's worth it better than that.
Except getting tortured.
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't want to be the one putting a bullet in my kid's head.
I guess, but like, they talk about it in the letter specifically, but like the parade's coming up, and they leave something out of the parade that kind of gives a little more context. Where so it's a parade, it's another group of people, and it's like a massive group of people.
But it's just it's a specific group of people.
Yes, but I'm saying they leave something out of here that provides a little more context where like it's a bunch of more like fucked up warriors or whatever, but then like you have a line of pregnant women, then you have people who are just being tortured for torture's sakes. They're clearly chopping up and eating these people. Yeah,
limbs are cut off, so they're eating an arm at a time and keeping them alive as food.
Right. So would you want your son to be blindfolded and strung along behind a group of people being chopped up and parted out for meat?
Of course not. I'm just saying, if you fight like the group, like we saw the little kid in the city. So why not
find people who also has a child?
Yeah,
but who's to say those people wouldn't kill and eat your child to save their child?
Which is, listen, if you have enough time to like scout out and hang out to differentiate the bad guys, and the bad guys are the bad guys, you can scout out, find a place to.
But he doesn't know who the bad guys are. The bad guys. He's just avoiding everybody.
Spy and optic on people.
No, he's avoiding everyone. So you have this lineup of all these people, right? You see the warriors, then you see the women, then you see these people who are clearly meat being tortured. In the book, the final stretch of people are young boys who are tied up in collars, and I forget the word because when I read it in the book, I didn't know what it meant, and I had to go look it up. But it basically meant sex slave.
Okay.
So they're trailing along young boys as sex slaves along with all these other people.
Well, before the page with the parade, the last page where they're traveling out of like voodoo hell, whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Papa, what are our long-term goals? That's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's...
like, what are we doing here, Dad?
Yeah, that was funny.
What are we doing?
Yeah. And he goes, like, where did you hear that? It's like, you said it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. He's like, you said it when? A long time ago. It's like, all right, this guy has lost track of long-term goal. Long-term goals is getting south. Like, that's fine. I get it. But once you're south...
Goal, sure. Then you set a new goal.
Then do we look for allies? But yeah, the parade is horrific.
When people talk about the road, most people talk about the basement scene.
Okay.
And they like, that's the worst part. I'm like, I think the parade is worse. Because the description you got in the book is a little more than what you see here, like the book.
Well, the basement scene, which we haven't got to yet, is just a bunch of people who are in prison being fed on.
It's a pantry.
It's a pantry, and it's a bad vibe. But the parade really does paint a worse picture. Again, the pregnant women that you can only assume they're eating babies.
They're eating them, or they're using the children as slaves, or any number of things.
And there's clearly...
And those women probably aren't willingly pregnant because they're looking very sad.
Yeah, right. So there's slaves, there's sex slaves, there's torture slaves, there's food slaves. Like, it's not good.
And, like, when I say parade, there's, like, maybe close to 100 people, maybe less.
What I don't understand is, why is it a fucking parade?
I call it a parade.
No. It's a parade. They're traveling down the road in lines and marching. But why do they have flags?
Just,
Why do you have to decorate in this? This is more effort. I'm not carrying a flag in a post-apocalyptic world.
Factions, like you said before, the sects, they could be a particular group.
I'm not carrying a flag. I'm not doing it. Okay. I'm carrying necessary shit. There's not... Your job is to carry our flag. You can eat a dick, because I'm not carrying a flag.
I will eat a dick, thank you. I'll take your ration. I'll take those dick rations. Fry it up.
You'll be begging to eat a dick in 3 weeks.
But they end up hiding from the parade. And,
How about a bowl? Just give me a bowl.
Afterward, they move on, and it starts to snow, which is bad news. They end up trudging, trying to find a good place to camp. And the boy asks the man if he would tell him if they were going to die. And the man says, I don't know. Which, generally, I think that's probably good practice. We don't know. We're gonna die!
When? Now? No. It's snow. We're going to freeze to death in the night really slowly. You're not going to see it coming. You're going to go to sleep first.
Yeah. They end up moving once the snow dies down a little bit, and they find themselves a nice little grotto to tuck into and actually have a real fire and warm up. They get back on the road, but then they realize they could be being followed because of the tracks they're making, and also there's truck tracks in the snow. So he's assuming people are going to be coming back and forth on it. And then they run off into the woods to find somewhere to hide. And there they find a barn. So the boy's like, I don't want to go in there. Like, I got a bad vibe. I don't like this. The man is like, no, we have to check it out. We're starving. We have to see. Inside the barn, they find a locked door in the ground, like a cellar door. And he goes like, hey, you see this? That means there's something important in here. The man breaks the lock. They both go down with a little makeshift torch. And this is the basement. And like we said, it's a pantry full of people. It's a lot. Maybe about a dozen people. They're all naked. You can see all of them are missing limbs. There's men, women, children, and they're just being carved up for food by whoever's living here. And then they all start calling for help. They're just saying, please help, just like screaming at them. And then they run out. And what good timing, as they run out, they see people coming down the road to here. And he gives the boy the gun again, and he explains how to use it on himself. And he's just coughing away.
Yeah, I can't believe the amount of running this guy has to do, coughing like that.
Mm-hmm. But they managed to escape the people there. So this is a little bit of a change. So
I was going to say, this is what I wanted to ask you. They got away scot-free like that?
Yeah.
That's pretty lucky.
So in the book, it's actually a house, if I remember correctly. And outside of the house is like almost like a big, basically a big pot they were cooking stuff in. Mm. They said like, oh, that's weird. They go in the house, and the basement's the actual basement door, like a cellar door. There's a whole thing. They run out, but they get back as these people get there, and they actually get really close to finding them. It's one of those things because he's coughing so much. He actually he hurts himself holding in the cough, trying not to get caught.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty close. I was like, wow. I was like, I can't believe you guys got away.
Yeah, there's lots. I mean, by the skin of their teeth in the book, and there's stuff so much stuff gets skipped over and glossed over in the context of this because you don't get the descriptions of stuff. They find a box where it's clearly someone will scout here, and it's this house. It's not a barn; it's a house. They have a little box out by the side of the road where someone can see someone coming and ring a bell from there in the house so that people know they're coming and they can catch them further down the road. They have a little signal system set up.
Okay.
So they can get more people in and throw them in the basement to keep them.
Shit.
Yeah. A lot of shit. Where are we? Yeah, so they get away. Oh, and you can see him thinking about shooting this kid again here. These scenes in particular, he's sleeping, and again, he's got the gun, he's looking at his kid, and he puts his hand over his face. Yeah,
right before that, he was explaining to the kid how to use the gun again. The kid's like, can we stop talking now?
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like, hey, let's not do that anymore, please.
It's like, I'm pretty sure if we were the good guys, you wouldn't be telling me how to kill myself.
Mm-hmm. They keep moving. They find a nice place to bathe. They find a few literal grains of wheat to eat. There's another part in here that in the book, not in this, but they find a cistern under a house, water storage, and they actually get fresh, usable water, and it's a whole awesome thing. I think that's what the bathing might allude to here. I'm not positive. We hit a point where it's very cold, and the man's like, "Hey, let's make a fire. We can do it here." And the kid goes, "I lost the matches." He doesn't know when, but he lost the matches. And, like, the dad, like, breaks down. Like, he's holding his face, just, like... And the kid's just crying, like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And the guy gets his, like, his shit together and, you know...
Yeah, he's like, it's fine. We'll just cover ourselves with the tarp.
Yeah. And while they're laying there, the kid brings up the cellar. And he's like, do you remember the naked people in the cellar? And he goes, yes. They're going to kill those people, aren't they? Yes. They're going to eat them, aren't they? Yes. And we couldn't help them because they'd eat us too. Yes. Okay.
Okay. I mean, the kid takes everything at face value.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are scavenging somewhere. They find some cupcake mix. And the kid eats some cupcake mix. Which, cool. I'm sure that was yummy-ish. The boy brings up, we would never eat anyone, would we? And the man goes, no, we wouldn't. Even if we were starving, we're starving now.
Yes, we're starving now.
But we'll never eat anyone? No, we won't. No matter what? No matter what. Because we're the good guys. Yes.
And you think that kid's contemplating, like, let's just eat a person?
I don't know, because he's the only good person in this fucking book. I don't think the thought even crossed his mind.
I know, but, like, because there's a difference in, like, punctuation, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, no matter what. Because we're the good guys, period. Not because we're the good guys?
Right. Yeah,
because I'll be a bad guy if I could eat a finger right now. I'm fucking hungry.
So they find another barn, and the kid's freaked out.
Yeah, no more barns.
Yeah, it's like, let's never go into a barn again. The hanged ladies, a cellar full of people. As they're walking, the part of the floor like breaks in, and they find another padlock door.
Is like, no.
And the kid's fucking face is like,
don't open it, Papa, please.
Yeah. But they do open it, and this is the bunker. And this thing is just like...
It's a dream.
It's like heaven.
Yeah, it's a dream in this
like,
reality.
the art is just panel and panel after food.
Does it smell bad? No.
Batteries, flashlights, soap.
That soda he's never going to have again.
Right. So they stay here for a while. They eat, wash, sleep, eat some more, cut each other's hair, eat some more. They're actually comfortable and safe, and you could, like, the relief with them is like, literally the panels are just like medicine, shower, water, macaroni, cola.
You know, it's funny too, because, like, they're in such a physical state that no matter what kind of victories they have, it still looks so desperate. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, the panels, like, where he's looking at all the stuff, there's that in-between panel.
Yeah.
And he looks like a goddamn
looks ominous.
corpse.
Yeah.
Like, I thought there was a dead person shoved in between that wall at first. And I'm like, that's him with a flashlight.
But I think it's supposed to be that stark contrast between, like, look, you're surrounded by all this abundance and you look like this.
Yeah.
You're still living this.
Right. That's still your reality. Mm-hmm. You still look like a corpse.
Right. But then, you know, there's books.
I think the kid has to ask, is it real?
Right. He's never seen anything like this in his whole life.
Well, this is not,
Yeah, like you said, it's like
reality.
a dream. It's heaven. But then they come to the realization it's like they can't stay here. Someone's eventually going to find this. Oh, where is it? They come to a point where they say a little prayer to the people who left it for them, which I think is pretty cute.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you for leaving this. I'm sorry that you didn't get to use it. Like, you know, thank you. Okay, so yeah, he goes, Papa, how long can we stay here? I don't know. We've been here too long. One more day? Or two? Do you think it's dangerous? Is someone coming? Yes, sometime. What if the good guys came? Well, I don't think we're likely to meet any good guys on the road. What about us? We're on the road. So they get fully and like they have like giant backpacks on and the cart's completely like loaded, like they are stocked the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll be bringing that bedding.
Right?
I got a blanket and a pillow now for the first time in my life.
So they travel more, but the guy's cough is getting worse and worse. He's like, Papa? And the guy's like, no, it's fine. I'm just a little sick. It's okay. It's like, why don't you take the medicine we found? And he's like, it's all gone. But I'll get better. You'll see. So he already took all that fucking medicine. Then, is it? Oh, yeah. Here we go. I think this is kind of fucked up. Papa, do you know where we are? If I read the map correctly, we're about 200 miles from the coast as the crow flies. Do you think there might be crows somewhere? I don't know. There's nothing up there, is there? No. No crows? No. Only in books. So, like, animals don't exist anymore.
Well, there was a dog So,
But we're talking about the point where, like, nothing's in the sky.
no, it's just sporadic.
Imagine the silence in a world where there's nothing else alive but you.
Right? No birds.
There's only you in a shopping cart rolling down a road.
No crickets chirping.
Mm-hmm. Like that ominous silence on top of everything else has to be super unsettling. Then they meet an old man on the road. They catch up to him, and he's like, "Hey, I got nothing. You can look if you want." He just immediately surrenders to them. And the big takeaway here is the man's just like, "All right, let's go," but the boy wants to leave him something, and he's just like, "Hey, this guy's just scared. Can we just give him this?" And they give him a can of jarred peaches, and he ends up asking if they could stop for the night and they can cook and eat together. And the old man's first reaction is like, "What do I have to do for that?"
Well,
I also like this whole.
and he's 90.
He says he's 90. Cause what was it? Where is it? He goes, "How old are you?" 90. Is that what you tell people so they don't hurt you? Yes.
Yes.
Does it work? No.
They hurt me anyway.
Yeah. Also, he can't see very well.
Yeah, he's like
He doesn't
blind.
realize that that's a kid until he hears the voice and can confirm it. It's just a really sweet interaction because this little boy going "I have a bunch of things. You don't. Here, take something. Let's take care of you."
How old do you think he is?
The boy?
Yeah.
I'd say 8-ish.
Because they never...
They never say.
Yeah.
But he's small. I would say 8, maybe 10 at the absolute most. But they're saying these goodbyes. The man is telling the old man, "You should thank him. I wouldn't have given you anything."
Yeah, it's funny because he's like, "How do you eat?" He's like, "People give you things." He's like, "No, they don't. You gave me something," And it's that's my point. It's this guy's so fucking paranoid. It's this other guy who can't see has made it this far.
Yeah, he's just, and it's borne out a little more in the book where he was homeless anyway.
Yeah.
He was he was just living on the road already before whatever happened.
But he's
So he continued
surviving off the kindness of strangers. Clearly, there are good people in the world still.
Sure,
Yeah.
but there's also, lots of garbage people.
Yeah, they haven't caught this 90-year-old blind guy who, he's not part of a naked,
Sure.
sex cult gang.
Right, he just hasn't
He's
come
no
across.
amputee.
But that's that's luck.
They're nicer in the South.
Sure. Bless your heart. I mean, I'm going to take your heart out and eat it. They part ways, and we get past all these montage things. Okay, so look, we're here, and the coast is there. How long will it take us to get there? It must be 50 miles. Let's say 2 weeks, maybe 3, maybe. And that blew my mind. That's where I had to look up. So 2 weeks to travel for 50 miles. That's crazy.
Yeah, to walk 50 miles, it takes 2 weeks.
Maybe 3. Even if you're carrying the heavy loads and the packs they have as we okay, according to a study from Healthline, the average person aged 20 to 70 can walk between 2.5 to 3 miles per hour. This means that in an 8-hour day of hiking, not including rest breaks, the average person can, in theory, cover a distance of anywhere between 16 and 24 miles. The median mile coverage is 20 miles. So 20 miles per day. They should be able to do that in 2.5 days. 3 the most. And it's taking them 2 weeks.
They're super malnourished.
Yes.
And one's sick.
Mm-hmm.
One's a child.
Yeah.
With little legs.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a 4-day stop at Shangri-La.
Yeah, but from this point, they're talking about it taking 2-3 weeks to go 50 miles from this point. And then they see a deer in the road.
Maybe it's hard to trudge through that fucking...
Yeah, it could be. I'm just saying that blew my mind. That's wild.
Pushing the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deer got me.
So they see a silhouette. It looks like a deer in the road.
Yeah, I was very happy. I was like, fucking wildlife.
And they just break into a full-on run towards it, and it's just a sign that someone propped up on the road. Some asshole.
Yeah, it's a fucking tattoo sign.
Yeah.
Dead deer tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised there wasn't 14 arrows sticking out of it.
Right? Yeah. The boy, they're stopped again. The boy ends up asking, "Where are all the good guys?" And the man says, "They're hiding." The boy says, "From who?"
From each other.
From each other. And then they immediately meet 3 fucked up people. It's just 3 guys who walk up on the cart, being like, "What do you have in the cart?" Guy pulls the gun. They all run away. And they end up hiding just to be safe. Because they hide every time something happens. The coughing's getting worse, and the boy asks if he's going to die. The man goes, "No, I'm just sick, that's all. I'm going to get better, you'll see." And then he asks what color the ocean is. And the man goes, "Blue, a little green, but mostly blue."
But now gray.
Yeah, gray and terrible. And then we get a reprise of the don't look thing. So they see a bunch of corpses, and he goes, "Don't look." And the little boy goes, "Well, you put your head is there forever?" "Yes." "Doesn't matter, Papa. They're already there." It's like, yeah, you've seen enough shit in your short life to to never ever forget.
Say, Papa, you remember the part where I wanted to kill myself?
No. They're like on an overpass, and he goes, "They were traveling to get away, weren't they?" "Yes." "Why didn't they leave the road, Papa?" "They couldn't. Everything was on fire." Just how did anyone survive?
Yeah, right. It's like, well, I mean, some people had to be in shelters, right? Everyone else who was outside was just exposed and
sure. But again, we don't know what actually happened. So they realize they're being followed, so they hide and wait to kind of keep a lookout. And they see 4 people. One of them is a pregnant woman. Then they see smoke in the distance, and the man, against all his other fucking instincts, decides like, "Hey, we got to go check that out." They've been trying to stay away from everybody all the time, but he sees smoke in the distance. And they want to go see who it is.
Yeah, like, why didn't you engage those 4 people if you're going to go chase down a campfire?
Because there's 4 of them, and it means he's outnumbered. So he'll deal with individual people on the road, right? But if there's ever multiple,
yeah,
it's immediately defensive mode or avoid them. So they go, they find this camp. And then the only red panel in the book, they find a campfire and a spit. And on the spit is the body of a baby that's been beheaded, cleaned, and gutted, and is roasting. Which is probably the worst panel in the book.
By far, the worst panel in the book.
Yeah. Yeah.
But feel.
Yeah, tender, I guess. Mm-hmm. The man, like, the boy is just, like, struck. He goes, oh, Papa. And then the man just grabs him and goes, I'm sorry, and runs him out of there. And, like, the next panel, we have, "Are you okay?" And the boy's got this 1,000-yard stare on him, and he goes, "If we had found the little baby, could it come with us?" "Yes, it could." "Where did they find it, Papa?" "I don't know." "Could there be another one somewhere?"
I'm hungry.
Oh, man. They end up finally reaching the coast. The man says, "I beg your pardon, the ocean is not blue." The little boy says, "It's okay." And then we have our last moment of joy in the book. He goes for a little swim. He strips down and runs into the water, and it's pretty quick because it's pretty fucking cold.
Dad gets all meta and existential. It's like, what's on the other side? Nothing. Or maybe there's a father and his little boy, and they're sitting on the beach.
He's just being whimsical. And then we get lots of dead fish and seabirds. They start scavenging ships on the coast. They find some food, they find some medicine, and then the boy gets really, really sick. He's running a super high fever. The man ends up taking care of him, and the boy ends up apologizing for being as sick as he is. And then the man thinks about killing his son again.
For the 3rd time.
And then, like, he has this resolve. He goes, "I will do what I promised, no matter what. I will not send you into the darkness alone." Which, I guess he means he's not going to kill him if he can't die with him, right?
I guess, but that's, like, really kind of irrelevant, because if you kill the kid, you can kill yourself. You find a way. You just go hang yourself or something.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, you're in bad shape as it is. Like,
Yeah, it's not going to take much.
Yeah.
The boy pulls through. He's super thirsty. He goes to get the jug from the cart, and it's gone. Someone took it. But they end up following the boot prints in the ash. They run, but the man ends up having a coughing fit, and they have to slow down to catch up to the guy. And the boy is asking, "Are we going to kill whoever took the cart?" And the man's mad.
Yeah, because he doesn't even, like, stick to we're the good guys. He goes, "I don't know."
Mm-hmm. And he goes, "I'm scared. We'll catch up with them easily. The cart is heavy and bulky. I'm very scared. I know. Stop it." Pulls the gun on the guy. The guy pulls the knife. He goes, "Put the knife down. I'm going to fucking shoot you." And then at this point, the boy's just screaming, "Papa, don't kill him, Papa." The man makes the guy strip down naked. And the guy goes, "I'm starving, man. You would have done the same thing. You know that without clothes, I'll die. I'm begging you." And the man goes, "You tried to kill us. I'm going to leave you the way you left us." And they just leave. They take all their shit. They take the man's clothes.
And the kid's still crying.
Yeah, he goes, "Papa, oh Papa." And, like, he's just bawling. And at this point, the man's yelling at the boy. But finally, the boy gets through with a, "Please, Papa. He was just hungry. And afraid, too. Please." And they end up leaving him his clothes on the road. Which, they better hope that he fucking walked that way.
I don't think they got that far away from him.
Probably not, but still. Walking through another little town or section of city.
Yeah, what used to be city.
Someone shoots a bow out of a window and catches the man in the face.
And this is in the movie? Or the book? This is very random.
So it's more of an ambush. There's multiple people they're clearly set up an ambush in this area to try to catch people.
Because this is just an hour across the face, and they keep moving.
So he doesn't get hit in the face. It's like a grazing blow.
Yeah, it grazes him.
But it puts a huge gash in his face.
Right. So he's got an open wound. He's weak. He's
Right.
going to get infected.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they run, they get away. The boy helps him, like, patch up. But you could tell that the wound's taking the toll on the man because he starts to have a talk with the boy.
And they got out of the ambush in the book that easy? They just...
I don't remember exactly.
Kept moving?
Yeah, because they were, like, I think he might have shot at the windows or something because there was multiple people and they somehow pinned the people down in the building and were able to get away. I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
A Molotov cocktail or some shit, but they end up hurting a guy in the building too, and they had like a conversation back and forth, and then I think they left. But like I said, the wound's taking a toll on him, and he has a conversation with the boy. It's like, you need to go on, but I can't go with you. You'll get better. This has been a long time coming. Now it's here. Keep the gun with you at all times. Keep following the coast towards the south. Do as we did. Don't take any risks. You said you wouldn't ever leave me. I know. I'm sorry. And that's kind of the rest of the book. The boy stays with the man until he ends up dying. And once he's dead, he wraps him in a blanket, packs up his stuff, and he heads onto the road on himself. We see him check the gun. He sees someone else on the road. He goes to hide, but that person follows his footprints. That person is dressed like a soldier. He's got a helmet, a rifle, boots, and the soldier goes, "Hey, get out of there, quick!" The boy comes out, looks at him. The soldier goes, "But I know you. Where's the man?" Jesus Christ, I can't read.
The man you were with near the port.
"He died. Was that your father?" "Yes." "I don't know what to do. I think you should come with me." "Are you one of the good guys?" "Well, yeah." "How can I be sure?" "You can't. You have to take a shot." "Do you have kids?" "We have a little boy, and we have a little girl, about your age." "Do you eat people?" "What?" "Do you eat people?" No, we don't eat people." Then he walks off with this man, taking a shot, and that's where the book ends.
Well, I mean, he has more faith in humanity than his father did.
Absolutely he does, yes.
Which I think, like, kind of now as, like, basically a second time through, his dad was holding him back because he was, like, willing to, like, connect with people and take his chances.
But that's the thing, you're taking a chance every time you interact with anybody.
Yeah, but he was pretty astute when it came to, the people with finger necklaces are bad people. And I don't want to go in barns and cellars that are basically people food pantries.
But
the other little kid, the people that he wanted to take chances on, the old blind, half blind guy, the other guy who stole their card, was like, all right, at least give him his clothes.
Right, yeah, don't leave him to die. Don't kill him. Yeah. No, I get that. Like, have some empathy, but like the old man, you can't take the old man with you. You can't take care of him. That's another mouth you have to feed. Like, you don't have the resources to take care of someone else right now. Like, you want to, but you can't. And I don't necessarily think he understood that either. I guess he did.
I mean, he had been starving before. He knew how.
He's starving all the time.
Yeah, he knew how hard up it could get. But I guess, like, misery loves company, right? Like, at least if you're dying and suffering, you're not dying and suffering alone.
I don't know, but yes, like I said from the beginning, he's the only good person in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's depressing, but it does end up on an upswing note of like, I'm going to trust somebody, and it's not in here, but in the book, there's like a little like after where you get a glimpse into the future, and it's him talking to a mother, and they're basically talking about carrying the fire, which is basically like survival and like the goodness of God kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's implied that he is doing well with the new family and everything's okay.
Oh, I'm glad they didn't ruin any
so
this with religion.
This ending and the movie is a little more ambiguous. I think the movie implies more that like something bad might have happened to him.
Okay.
But one of the things that happens is in the book. They don't have it in here.
Well, that's Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood.
It's a pretty decent adaptation of it.
Hollywood makes Batman kill people.
We're talking about something different.
I know. I'm just saying Hollywood sucks. Of course, they gave it the gloom, doom and gloom.
Not
outlook.
necessarily, because like they don't cover it in here, but like he wraps his dad in the blanket.
Right.
In the book and in the movie, the guy is there next to his dead father, right? And he asks if he could leave him in the blanket, and the guy both times says, "Yeah, okay." Like, you're talking about someone who's like, "I'm going to give up resources. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If I didn't care, I would just take them. You know, he respected the kid's wishes to leave the dad in the blanket. So,
Yeah.
you know, you can make the case in the movie it's a little more ambiguous. It's like, oh, they might eat him. They might not, because they also have kids. Here, not so much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm going with not so much.
Yeah. Again, in the spirit of the book, which the guy in the letter to Cormac McCarthy says, like, I want to keep the spirit of the book. So he's not trying to change anything. So, yes, the boy ends up being okay as far as he can be okay in this kind of world.
Yeah, you know, the week going into this, you're like, dark, depressing. And that's like, you know, I find the kid to be more of a main character than the dad. Like,
Sure.
I focused on him a little more.
Sure.
And, like, just his good nature, I didn't find, like, it was dark scenarios, but I found his disposition.
Right, but that's the carrying the light thing. It's like you are in this deep dark hole that is the dregs of humanity, but there are good people and they have to carry the light.
I'm just saying, I didn't find it, like, dark and depressing.
Or carry the fire.
I didn't find it dark and depressing overall, because the bad things are, like, a page or a panel where it's like, look, this is how horrendous it could be, and it's like, okay, cool, but I'm following the high-spirited little kid.
Right, but it's not meant to linger on the gore and the
Right.
horribleness of it. It's more like this is bleak and depressing and like everything is blasted and awful.
Yeah.
Not like it's constant gore and torture, even though it does happen, you know? Like people are living that life where like, oh, you're being strung along behind the parade, being eaten slowly until you die.
Yeah, it's like, thank God the story ain't about them.
Right. But that's a possibility of your life. That could happen to you.
This story from another angle is called Food Chain. And I was like, you know, like, I don't want to read that one.
Yeah, so it's not a feel good story, but it has a better feeling ending than the rest of the book.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was not, you know.
Cormac McCarthy has a rough edge as far as the kind of story he tells. I've read this. I read Blood Meridian, and was that it? I think I only read those two. I don't necessarily like the way he writes. Blood Meridian was hard for me to read. I didn't like his prose. The Road was an easier read, but it's just, you know, heavy content. And like I said, they skim over and gloss over a lot of the detail in this versus the actual book. Like, you lose out a lot of the vibes, which is bad.
I guess it was good for me.
No, it's like, it is a good read. Like, I wouldn't, like, if you're cool with seeing all the terrible things that happen in this book, it's definitely worth the read.
No, I'm just saying, like, if they delve deeper into detail in the actual book, I'm sure I would not have enjoyed to read it.
It carries the same theme, though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where, like, the kid is the one who's like, no, we're gonna, you know, he's the only good person. It's the same thing. Like, the feeling is the same between this adaptation and the actual book. It's just broader strokes. It's not getting down into the minutia of, like, individual scenes and stuff. So, you know, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it didn't, like, bum me out.
No, not at all.
Fantastic.
Yeah, not at all.
Cool. Thanks for listening to this dark,
uplifting spirit of humanity.
Sure. The triumph of the human will.
Yeah. The innocence of a child.
He's not innocent anymore. All that shit's still in his head, Brian.
But he's not. He didn't let it affect him. He's still a good guy.
He's still a good guy, yes.
He's not seeing how shitty the world is and then using it as an excuse. You know, that's a win.
It is a win.
That's a win.
Sure.
This kid needs to develop some superpowers from the radioactive fallout and save humanity. That's the sequel to this. The sequel to this is this kid saves the world after being some superpowered mutant after nuclear fallout.
I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, maybe.
You don't know that.
Write the sequel.
I don't want to write the sequel.
The Road to.
Yeah, The Road to...
Highway
somewhere.
To...
Redemption.
Help.
Highway to help.
Highway to help.
Can you imagine this? He doesn't get, like, you know, much of a further education, but he ages, you know? So he's like this, like, young 20s, you know, early 20s, but still has the mentality of, like, an 8-10-year-old. And he's just like this Mr. Rogers superhero, you know? He's, like, liberating the people from the basement. He's like, cheer up, people! You are liberated! And they're like, I have a fucking leg. Fuck you, motherfucker. You shouldn't curse so much. You've got to rehabilitate.
That's just Huck.
Is that what Huck is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Start dropping off like bundles of fucking vegetables and shit to the fucking cannibals. Don't eat babies, eat potatoes.
That would definitely be more fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, thanks for listening to this. You can email us future book reviews at thecomiccryptcast@gmail.com. You can follow the store on Instagram and Facebook, see when we get new super uplifting trades into the store. And
don't eat babies.
Don't eat babies.
We loading up the hearse, throw it in reverse. I come from the church of the Marvel Universe. Bodies getting stuffed in the bags like comics. The hardcore get it while the soft bitches vomit. I came to this earth on a radiated comet. Now the planet is in perilous danger because I'm on it. Fly super villain with the superpowers in me. Got the red issues and all my shit is minty. Body like Ben Grimm, suckers I be beating down. Look around and we be found chilling out in Eatontown. I be at the comic crypt stacking up the kryptonite. Doomsday and Superman every time I grip the mic. Dark Phoenix overloading, supernova sunspot exploding. I'm the Punisher reloading Bobby Drake when he's frozen. Storm forming ominous clouds over the ocean. Working with Professor X to master my emotion. Have you posing in the box whether you know it or not. I'll easily bag your bitch like Logan did to Scott. Mr. Sinister plots when I administer shots to clone Gene from a jeans. Then this shit'll get hot like Inferno. Burn slow, humans are ash. God loves man kills in the days of future past. Now I'm working on a science lesson. Me and Brian Stratton, a rat in a cage who can't stop buying X-Men.
Like a flower, like